smart.
So, my dear brothers and sisters, the gospel today begins with Jesus reproaching the towns to which he has been to, and he has performed miracles and wonders, yet the people refuse to believe. And he starts by accusing Chorazin and Bethsaida, and then Capernaum, because great miracles have been done in these places, yet they refuse to believe. Now, this has been a kind of a common trend in the lives of the Israelites, right from the time of Moses when they were in Egypt, when God performed these 10 plagues right before their very eyes in Egypt. After all that, they crossed the Red Sea, they saw all of that happen. They went through the desert. God accompanied them with accompanying miracles and wonders, like giving them water from the rock, providing them with manna from heaven, giving them all that they needed. Then they crossed in the Jordan into the promised land. God was with them throughout. They saw everything happening. And yet in the end, they still asked for a king. They said, we want to be like other nations. We don't want to be controlled by God. This is a common trend. Why? Because at some point, we could get so used to the blessings that it could actually turn against us. We could get so used to, they always say, familiarity brings what? Contempt, right? Because they become so familiar with things that are happening around them, and they feel that they have a right to it. It is a normal thing. It's no longer a blessing. It's just something I have a right to. And yesterday, I went out for anointing of the sick. I had 3 of them. And when I arrived, normally when I go actually to anointing of the sick, I never leave there without thinking. Okay. Yesterday, all of them were at the ICU. And when I saw these people lying there unconscious with all these machines around them, they have to breathe by a supporting machine. They have to eat by something. They can't eat by themselves. They are not even in their minds. So I was just imagining what could be their prayer point. These people, let's say they are conscious. What would they be thinking? What would they be praying for? What would be their prayer point? And I just thought that their prayer points would really be, Lord, just help me to breathe again normally. Lord, just help me to be able to eat again normally. Just help me to be able to survive this, to be able to walk around again. Give me another chance to live again. That would really be their prayer points, really. And I just thought about it, that, it's not about Chorazin or Bethsaida. It's not about Capernaum, but it's about us as well. Because of the complaints and the rebellion that we always have. When I had the 3rd one, when I was called for the 3rd anointing of the sick yesterday, something very funny happened. I was out all morning, and I was very tired already when I came back. I was standing there with Father Anish, and then I just had my lunch. I said, let me just go and rest a little, just 15 minutes before the Divine Mercy time. And just at the time I was just entering, they came knocking that, there's somebody who needs anointing of the sick. I said, no, not again, not this time. Not now. I'm really tired. I cannot make this. And I told him, can you tell them, please, I will come later. I really need to rest. And then as I was just about to rest, and I said, is this really a problem to rest? Is somebody who is fighting to live and you're fighting to rest? And I just realized, I'm really like Chorazin. We take it for granted that we can breathe again. We're taking it for granted that we can eat. We can wake up in the morning, and the only thing that we think about is, yeah, Lord, what are you going to do for me today, and all that. But breathing itself is a blessing, if we don't realize. The fact that we can eat is a blessing, yet we take it so much for granted. Jesus says, if the miracles that we have done in you, we have done in somebody else, if somebody was able to breathe like you were breathing, you would be able to appreciate God more. If somebody was able to eat like you eat, or walk around like you walk around, you would appreciate that more. I mean, somebody was telling me about a lady being very angry. Why? Because the name of the child was pronounced wrongly at the graduation. Was pronounced wrongly. That became the source of stress. Okay? That the name was pronounced wrongly. That became the source of stress. You find people fighting over land. You just realize, really, what is this really what we'll be fighting for? Yet, there are people whose prayer point is to be where we are now. Whose prayer points, who would say, God, I will glorify and praise thy holy name, if only I can walk and come to the chapel and sit like all of us are sitting here. And yet, these are things that we take for granted. We all rebel, we all complain about very little things, like me complaining about this lady disturbing me when I'm about to go for siesta. Going for siesta, yet there is somebody who is fighting to survive, to live in the hospital. And when I thought about that, I got up very, very fast. I said, doesn't matter if I don't take siesta, at least let me go and attend to somebody who needs more, At times we really complain, and we are not meant to really complain. We become like the towns of Chorazin and Bethsaida, where miracles have been done, and yet they don't realize, because they have become so familiar with the blessings, with the miracles. Sometimes we become so familiar with the blessings that God gives us that we don't even recognize it. We no longer appreciate it. And all we do is like the Israelites in the desert, always rebelling, always complaining, always standing against God. And it's time to begin to reflect and to count our blessings every day. And we realize that we will not even be able to number them, because they are just so many, especially when you see what other people are going through. I remember when they had the war in Gaza, I was watching a boy who was saying, I miss white bread. I just miss to have white bread. And these are things that we eat every day and throw away. Yet there is a boy who is longing to just have white bread. There are people who are longing to have a place where they can sleep. There are people who are longing even just to survive sickness. People who are going through depression and they don't know how to get out of it. And yet God has blessed us so much. And yet we forget, or we take it for granted so much, that because we are familiar with the blessings, we no longer see it and we no longer appreciate it. Let us ask God for the grace to open the eyes of our hearts, to be able to recognize the many things that He's doing for us every day, the gifts of our lives, and to be able to be thankful to Him, be able to appreciate Him for all that He does for us every day.
Kiss us, mother, kiss your children. Bring God's blessings from above. With your mantle blue enfold us in your gentle holy love. See the darkness dissipating, hear the trumpet echoing, Satan's rage